jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know. The first in the building is the OG Mr. Golden on deck. Best believe it. What's good with it, OG? How you feeling, man? Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports on deck. Salute WCS. Salute chat fam. Salute, man. Salute to everybody that's on deck in the building for another one. We have multi-topics, of course. You know what I'm saying? I try not to talk about the usual, but sometimes I'm left with no freaking choice. So if you're looking at the freaking details, the title, viral highlights to the city lights. From the viral highlights to the city lights, Jahi Tucker continues to rebrand himself, to continue to put on entertaining performances. And we're going to get to him, man. He's on a mission. He's already the world #1 boxing prospect. Nobody can't dispute that. Look at his resume. Look at his freaking highlight reels. Ain't nobody else out here doing it like that. 21 years of age. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about 12 professional fights. Yes, sir. We're going to talk about that. I want to first start off with to get some things out the way. All right. So with that said, I want to talk about the boxing life. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is scheduled to have a fight that Jake Paul gets the privilege because he's paid the ticket. He's paid the ticket. He has the grandiose opportunity, y'all. The opportunity of a lifetime. Do you know if I was a professional fighter and I just didn't have the career, you know, the traditional career where I'm fighting the top competition and everything like that. I'm not undefeated, but I got money and I'm able to say I went in there and fought Mike Tyson. Jake Paul has since gained weight. Jake Paul had the audacity to say he was born at heavyweight. Boy, you better stop that line. You better stop that line. It's videos out there when you was on YouTube and you was dancing, you wasn't no freaking heavyweight. They have sit up here and gave you Osterring, Ashwagandha Honda, Wakanda Tonda Janda. You know what I'm saying? You got the stuff they imported from space. You weren't born no freaking heavyweight. Nandrolone, Clandrolone, Flangelone, Hydrolone, Sangelone, Tangelone. He's on everything possible to get up to weight of Mike Tyson. He's all bulked up and everything. And I'm saying, huh? You know, what is this supposed to be, really? You know what I'm saying? They actually making this fight a sanctioned fight. And Mike will be 58 years of age. So what did I do? I said, why don't I draw up a pie chart? Because every now and then, you have to remind people of how long boxing's been around and also where it's at this point in time in this generation, 2024. As you look at the thinner slice of 4%. That is from ages 3 to 6. You know what I'm saying? You start off, you might have someone in your family tree that gets you started off early just to understand what it's about, to get you in the motion. 3 to 6 years old, 4%. Okay? Then 7 to 9%. 7 to 9 years old, it sits at like 10% because we're talking about how long, or the possibility of that particular male or female staying in the sport. 7 to 9 years old. A lot of kids, they try out the sport. That doesn't mean they're going to stay in the sport when they take it up at 7 to 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because this is new now. Now, just stick with me. You're going to understand why I'm presenting you this pie chart. Then you go to the 12%, which is from 10 years old to 13 years old. We're talking about, that's a hard choice to make because, a youth is transitioning through puberty into teenage. It's a lot that's going on. You have to be dedicated, committed to being that boxer who's fighting in the amateurs. You have to have a different type of cloth you cut from, because in the amateurs, they rob you a lot. It's a lot of controversial fights. You have to do a lot of work, man. You're constantly on the move. You're missing out once in a lifetime on what kids do at that age. You mostly in the gym training. It's a sacrifice now. It's a sacrifice, shawty. So from 10 to 13, they're making choices whether they want to be in the gym or they want to be at home talking to their girl. You know what I'm saying? The girl talking to her boyfriend, whatever. They want to hang out, go to the mall. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever they trying to do at the time. 12% on that pie. And then you get to the 19% of 14 years old to 17 years old. At this point, you really have to make a choice on what you're going to do for boxing. It's a lot of kids that was already in the amateurs at this point in time. They that doesn't necessarily mean that if you start off at 14 years old, you consider the late starter, which never would be successful. You have to also look at it like this, that this is a sport where no matter how old you are, you're going to get punched in the face. So you're talking about if you start at 6 years old on up, you're going to be taking punishment. They got to get you used to taking shots. They got to get you adjusted, acclimated. You know what I'm saying? Get your mechanics, to the point where you have very minimal fear of getting punched in the head. That's just the way it works. So you look at that 19% between 14 years to 17 years old. So you have to say to yourself, hey, do I really want to stay in this sport? Is it what I need? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I've learned some pretty good defensive skills. I learned how to defend myself. I've learned how to be offensively minded. I learned some things that I didn't think I'd be able to do. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to throw punches and allow them to make sense. Some kids take it up, they absorb it, sponge it. You know what I'm saying? And then, they just get motivated to stay in the sport of boxing because they looking to become, world champion, become millionaire, or just, do something they never did before. But you have to be a part of an elite few that's willing to take on this sport at an early age and stick with it. You have to be a part of an elite few. You have to be cut from a different cloth. It is absolutely sacrifice. You have to have the work ethic. If you don't have the work ethic, it will show sooner or later. Once you get up to a point where you turn professional and you go there and you say, well, now I'm going to take it serious. Now I'm going to turn professional. I'm going to take it serious. And it don't always work out that way. Then you have the larger pie, which is from 18 years old to 58 years old. The reason why I'm saying 58 is because if I include George Foreman, 45 years old, that's still pretty young comparable to what Mike is going to be when he's stepping there with a Jake Paul. He's going to be 58 years old. George Foreman, when he made history, coming in there fighting Michael Moore, the younger, more vibrant, supposed to be stronger, faster. George Foreman went in there and stopped the man. He was getting beat up now. I ain't gonna lie. He went in there and stopped him, though. I can't even use 45. I couldn't use 18 to 45. Mike Tyson's about to step into the ring at 58 years of age on that night. And I'm saying to myself, boxers, the life expectancy that you used to know has since disappeared, y'all. You have a boxing life expectancy at least, depending on what commission you at least till you 58 years old. Why? Because you're seeing it right here. See, the one thing about boxing, it's not so-called qualitative, okay? I'm going to use those Q words, qualitative. It's more so quantitative. The more, all you need is a little speck here and there, and then when somebody actually want to do it, they're going to go to the quantity. How many have been able to make this happen prior to this date? They go off quantitation. And they look it up. Okay, so-and-so did it. What was this, and this? Okay, you have to pass this, and this. Get these medicals done. Okay, we can make it happen. Mike Tyson, 58 years old. Who would have known, man? Who would have known that he'd be stepping in there with a fighter in his 20s? A legend of the sport, Hall of Famer. Another Hall of Famer for Jake Paul to go in there and have some type of controversy. Now, for whatever they paid Mike Tyson, you might see Mike Tyson get dropped in this fight. Real talk. Mike Tyson's been on the canvas before. Do you think it's going to stop what he makes on his weed dispensary a month? Do you think that's going to somehow reduce the sales? No, it's not going to reduce the sales. Because like I said, people looking at this fight as a freaking joke. Yeah, it's going on, but they saying, man, it's going to be something that happens. Just like we saw Logan Paul go in there and fight Floyd Mayweather. Man, come on now. He was doing all that pity pat stuff and all this, and then, it's other videos coming out. Floyd started to turn up the heat. He's like, come on, Floyd, take it easy on me now. He had to hold up freaking Logan Paul because he had hurt him real bad. It's funny games when you're trying to show out and stunt. So you can say you knocked out a legend or a Hall of Famer, and then it doesn't happen your way. One thing we know about Mike Tyson has a switch in him that I can't even compare to a silverback. You know what I'm saying? I can't even compare that to a silverback. You know what I'm saying? Look, silverbacks are vegetarians. Mike Tyson's been known to be partial cannibalistic. He's been known to goddamn rip ears off. Eat human flesh. I have to place Mike Tyson below the earth. See, those individuals like Mike, they have danced with the devil before. Real talk. They dance with the devil, and that's just that. I don't know how this fight is gonna last, but I just wanted to basically put it out there to the boxers as a period of instruction, the POI. That your boxing life expectancy has now been extended. So those of you that thought you had to get up out the sport at around 38, 40, no, look at Pacquiao. 8 divisions not enough, y'all. 8 divisions isn't enough for Manny Pacquiao to get his ass out the sport. He still got to come back for another fight. You know what I'm saying? Look at Floyd Mayweather. He just was released on good behavior from Dubai. Somehow, some way, a mice jumped up on the counter and stole a piece of jewelry, a custom piece of jewelry, and they couldn't really get a hold of it. They sent eagles out looking for that mice and everything. You know what I'm saying? The only mice that was running around, with a freaking custom made piece in his neck, in his mouth, and they couldn't find him. But they say the mouse had TMT stamped on his body, and that's why they was holding Floyd over there in Dubai. He's been released since then, and guess what? Floyd is about to step in here with Victor Ortiz, who's been out the ring for 2 years, y'all. Victor Ortiz is 5 out of his last 10 fights, man. You heard me. You heard me. The same Victor Ortiz that was in a pretty decent fight with Floyd Mayweather back in the day, and he decided to use the old John Fury special, and that is implement the headbutt. You know what I'm saying? He got frustrated, and then he headbutted Floyd. You know what happened when you foul Floyd, you might hear a falsetto come out. Just ask Zab Judah. When Zab Judah hit him below the belt, man, you heard that. I mean, it wasn't a Prince. It wasn't a Prince. I can't even do it. My voice can't even go that like that. But you know, you heard like a screeching scream. Then when this happened, the referee just happened to see the headbutt and paused the fight. And then it got very, very weird and strange from there, because we don't know what he was doing when he called the fight. And Victor Ortiz up here, oh, I got to let Floyd get it back. I got to get knocked out for my actions. That's what I got to do. And then Victor Ortiz act like he had the Aerospin special. You know, Cataracts 3.0. He couldn't see anything or hear anything that the ref was saying. So Floyd hit him with a 2-piece combo, knocked him out. Come on, man. So they're running it back. They're running it back, y'all. Victor Ortiz is still in his 30s, though. Floyd Mayweather's in his 40s. And they're going to have a fight in August. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's not going to be August 2nd, because he know he can't compete with that card. As you don't know, it's a history with Floyd. He dipped in with Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. He dipped in to basically spoil Teofimo Lopez and George Cambozo. You know, he's did that a lot. It's slowing down a bit now. You know, he had to take it across the water and get some fights over there. But in August, he's going to be fighting Victor Ortiz in an exhibition bout. Now, as I tell you, it's an exhibition bout. I don't know what the rules are. I'm trying to find out the rules. If it's going to be 3 minutes per round, you know, Floyd stay in the gym. So I don't know if it's going to be 3 minutes a round or 2 minutes a round. But just stay tuned for that. I just thought I wanted to let the other, you know, all the fighters know this out there, that your boxing life expectancy has extended. You have an extended warranty on how long you want to be a boxer now. And guess what? By the time you step out, listen to me, WCS is just being genuine and sincere about this announcement, this PSA. Know that if you choose to fight all the way up to 58, 60, by the time that you get settled in your body and things start to act up, you will be eligible for Social Security. That's one positive aspect about that. You'll be old enough to walk your ass into the Social Security office and say, hey, in regular years for my natural birth date, I'm 63. In boxing years, I'm about 86 years old. Yeah. But I just want to come fill out so I can try to get my benefits, if you don't mind. Yeah. And can I get a napkin? Sometimes I drool on the paper. Can I get a napkin, please? But I'm gonna let that ride. I just thought I want to give that POI to you. So, cause it's a lot of fighters that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there for their FOI. You know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all. Hope y'all screenshot that and go tell your family members, say, hey, I thought my boxing career was almost over because I was in my 30s. But WCS said I got to when I'm 60 years old. And then think about the plan. I can fight all the way up to then. I can fight some ragu cans, soft tomatoes, some bell peppers. You know what I'm saying? Some old peaches. You know what I'm saying? Rotten grapefruit. I can fight all of those. Get out the sport and walk right into the Social Security office and I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Arnold Brown in the building. Salute to you, big dog. I see you on deck. Turk told Mike, don't go in there and lay down. He wants him to put them hands on Jake. Hey, man. Everybody and their mama. Listen to me, OG. You know, I know, Arnold, he knows. Anybody else, sticker boards, fishes, but anybody that tunes in know very well that Mike can go in there and finish Jake Paul quick. At 58 years old, we know. Because guess what? Has anybody even checked? I'll do it. I'll put it out there in light of what's going on with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Has anybody been mentioned about a drug test? Is this Jake Paul? Because I know they want to talk about Ryan Garcia coming in 60 times over. Why don't you just stick a needle, just a little bit of needle, just a little bit, and just get a little teardrop, just a little speck of freaking blood from Jake Paul, and I guarantee that shit gonna be glowing green. I guarantee it's gonna be like National Geographic looking at a volcano erupting. It's gonna be orange, yellow, green, red, blue. That joint can be, you put it up on the microscope, man, you're gonna see little minions over there goddamn doing dumbbell curls. I haven't heard nothing about a freaking drug test. Real talk. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to give anybody any of that. I just haven't heard anything about a drug test. Shout out to 360, man. Kids usually get pushed by their parents as a kid. No doubt, no doubt. Absolutely agree. But it's all up to that kid. You can push your kid when they're young and they can say, oh man, this is new. Oh man, wow. You know, kids at school might find out, hey, you box? You do this and that. It may be fun for a little bit, but when you can't go hang out and enjoy what your friends are doing because you're in the gym, you sweating, you got sparring, you running, you know what I'm saying? You put in all those other hours of making those appointments and your friends don't have anything to do with it. Those friends might since fall off. I'm telling you, it's a tough sport for a kid, man, especially in the amateurs. Going in the amateur tournaments, being a sports kid, period. Your parents can push you and push you and push you. And in the end, it may be to their detriment because their kid may get burned out and don't want to talk to them no more. You know what I'm saying? It's all gonna hit when they turn a teenager on up to when they about to brush shoulders with them early 20s. They're gonna find out there's certain things that they miss, and they're gonna hear some people that they used to know, their friends, or they may have their friends reconnect with them and say, hey, what you been up to, man? You know, I wish you could have hung out with us more back then, but we older now. I mean, it's tough being a kid in sports, man. Especially in boxing. It's tough, man. You putting in that work. Look at BJ from Brooklyn. He's good when multiple national gave up when he was able to tell his dad no. For sure. I don't understand. I don't know exactly. You said BJ. I don't know who you're talking about. If you can just, you know, I'm reading these comments, but to be honest with you, I don't know who BJ is, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you're talking about right now. They said, what do you think about Floyd fighting? Yeah, I just said it, man. You know, that's what made me do the life expectancy pie chart. I thought it would be valuable information to put out there since Floyd is coming back to fight Victor Ortiz, right? And then also Mike Tyson's fighting Jake Paul at 58 years old. That's exactly why I put it out there, that the boxing life expectancy has extended itself from the traditional, hey, man, you're an older fighter. You're in your 30s. You need to think about retirement. No. You got up to 60 now. You got up to 60. Enjoy that. Enjoy that now. For real. Shout out to my guy, Carlos Jackson, in the building. Salute to you. What's good, man? What's good with you? Shout out to King Dynamite, man. Just had a stoppage on TV. You know what I'm saying? On the match room, doing his thing. Salute to you, big dog. We was all looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Got another victory under your belt. his opponent quit and didn't want no more smoke. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Hold on for a second. Um, Turk told Mike not to go in there and lay down. He said go in there and put them hands on him. Look, you know, at the end of the day, we all know that Mike can go in there and put hands on Jake Paul and remind him who he used to be and who he may still possibly be in certain areas of his physical anatomy. You feel me? So if Mike goes in there and really, give it to Jake Paul, right? It would have to be early on for Jake Paul. Because Jake Paul don't have him and the sloth are relatives at the end of the day when it comes to their freaking cardio. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he don't have big cardio. You can't put on all that muscle and bulk and go in there and think 3 rounds is not gonna lay heavy on your oxygen intake and the lactic acid. It's gonna pay attention to all that. So it's best for Mike to catch Jake Paul early in the fight because what he didn't bulk up is that big chin of his. You can bulk up all his shoulders and the freaking delts, biceps, triceps, forearms, and all that. But you will not bulk up that chin. And this dude has picked up all this weight. He's standing in front of Mike. Mike looking better conditioned than Jake Paul. I'm not going to lie. Comparable to when Mike was doing his tour, he was going around doing his documentary tour telling, he had gained some mad weight and all that. Mike looking great shape right now, man. At 57 years old, he looking great shape. Now, my only thing is, is Jake Paul going to have the cojones to get in close on Mike Tyson? Because we already know you can juice up, but that doesn't mean you're doing what you're supposed to do in there with your core exercises and your strength and condition and everything else. I still think Jake, to the body, he don't work it like he should. He can put little clips out and make it seem like he's doing everything. He's going above and beyond. I don't think so, bro. I think it might do his patented Mike Tyson hook to the body, straight up 12 o'clock to that chin. Jake is falling. He already said, I may get knocked down. We'll know if Mike is going in there we'll know if Mike is going in there and laying out them silk sheets because he about to get paid. You know why? Because we seen how he was trying to knock out Roy Jones Jr., the legend. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to knock him out. So if he goes in there and give us less energy than he was with RJJ, then guess what, man? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see it for what it is. He's just getting a big paycheck and, and that's what it is. I'm going to call up Roy. If you listening, Roy, I'm going to call you up, man, get your take on this, all right? I'm definitely going to hit you up and get your take on this fight with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, since you did step in there with him in a fight and he was trying to take your head off. Shout out to the Queen Jessica in the building. Salute to you. I see you on deck. Bobby, you said BJ, Bobby Bettigrew. Okay. I haven't heard of him, but I'm definitely gonna look him up after this because it's interesting. He's not the only fighter I know that did that when it came time. You know what I'm saying? I know some guys in martial arts, period. BJJ, MMA, you know, they was pushed by they father to be in those sports when they was younger. And when they became a teenager, they didn't want to come to the gym like that all the time and be on the mat like that. They said, nope, nope, nope. You know what I'm saying? So is that real fight between Mike and Jake? That's what I heard. It's a real fight. It's a sanctioned bout. And it's going to be 2-minute rounds. That's the crazy part about it. This is going to be 2-minute rounds. It's going to be 10 rounds. 10 2-minute rounds. And this is going to be a sanctioned fight. Now, this is how I'm going to flip this over like a fresh pancake, right? Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is about to fight at 140 for Katie Taylor's belts. Check this out now. Y'all remember at 135, Amanda Serrano, the legend herself, 7th Division World Champion, she suggested to Katie that she wanted to go 3-minute rounds. Katie like, no. You know how Katie Taylor talk. No, I don't want to go 3 minutes. So I did a live on it. I said, they keep talking about how the women are not equal to the men when it comes to these sports. But yet you got Amanda Serrano up here, one to ask her compeer, do you want to go 3-minute rounds? They said no. So now she's moving up to 140 to face Katie Taylor for her belts. And it was asked again to Katie. And Katie Taylor said no. She don't want to do 3-minute rounds. She want to do the traditional women's 2-minute round. That's why I got to give it up to Amanda Serrano, man. She's absolutely a legend of this sport. 7th Division World Championships. I mean, come on, man. And she's requesting, and she's cross-threaded from boxing and MMA. She has cross-threaded from boxing and MMA before. I would rather see her in boxing and stay away from the cage. But she asked Katie, and Katie didn't want that smoke for 3 minutes. She said, no, I just stick to the 2-minute rounds. So shout out to Amanda Serrano. You know what I'm saying? One of the GOATs of this era when it comes to female boxing. She's one of the GOATs, man. You have to call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. So y'all definitely need to, pay attention to that. Just like I mentioned earlier, with the Jahi Tucker situation, him being the number 1 prospect, he has one of the up and coming rising managers that's doing big things behind the scene. The News by Shaw News Sauce Experience, and check out his merch, man. Go on his IG and check out his merch. He definitely is showing content creators how to market your brand. I knew him when he was Jacko Fitness. Now he's, Shalom Shaw News. And, he puts out content, CMOS, and a plethora of other things, along with freaking being Team Tucker over there. He's the one of the originators that linked that up with Jay Prince to be the manager. And Jahi has since taken off from the launch pad. But all I'm doing is sending this out there to y'all. Those who support those that's in boxing, that's doing big things behind the scene. The YTC don't dictate or determine who you are in real life based off views and subs. It doesn't. And likes. It doesn't. He's doing big things behind the scenes. I'm talking about when you're talking about qualitative, when you're talking about role players, individuals that's in the positions on the team, it's a certain way how to do this. And I see some of you content creators are following. You're trying to emulate, but you cannot duplicate. That's all I'm saying. You're trying to emulate, but you can't duplicate. And if you have some genuine sincerity about yourself and you want to learn the business, you'll basically reach out and ask. But you got too many cats that's not doing it right, and they don't want to reach out and ask. They're not doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And they can just reach out and ask. I don't know if it's free or not. You know what I'm saying? He might charge you a little bit here and there. I don't know. But I always talk about cats leveling up or changing levels on YouTube. It's tough. It's tough to level up on a platform that is controlled 100% of the time. It's cats on here, content creators that can basically put 500% of their time into the channel only for it to be wiped away in under a second. It can happen. But you have individuals that have basically relinquished from their real jobs that's going to pay them benefits when they get old and decrepit to YouTube. It's difficult to kind of grow and do something that never been done on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? YouTube from back in the Vine days has basically changed so much. You know what I'm saying? It's changed so much. And then you see cats like Shaw News leveling up. But he's not only leveling up his brand, he's leveling up when it comes to boxing, when it comes to actually being a part of a future world champion. He's a part of Team Tucker. And I put this out there all the time. If you do a true boxing, you should be able to interview Jahi Tucker without bias. Last time I checked, Shaw News is not the one that is getting into the ring and fighting for him. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you consider yourselves boxing enthusiasts, all you got to do is reach out to get a interview, set up an interview, an appointment with the fighter. Jahi's a good interview. He's a great interview, man. He's one of the best interviewers out there. You know, very articulate. Will sit up there and give you the rhythm and motion. Speak from his heart. He don't get on here trying to rush you off. I've interviewed him in a setting when he, you know, was chilling at the crib. I've interviewed him several times when he's, you know, on fight week. But all I'm doing is putting it out there for you cats that want to interview all these fighters and you want to get behind all these fighters. But yet I'm telling you, it's a fighter right here in Jahi Tucker that's going to be a world champion, right? He's doing everything he's supposed to do right now with just 12 fights. He has viral clips. He's going out there fighting a top 5 ranked middleweight and went out there and displayed how educational his freaking technique is, how his sweet signs look under the bright lights. He did all that. And he's only 21 years of age. He's still got a lot of landscape to cover, y'all. All I'm saying is he's out there. He's open. He hasn't won a world title yet. So why don't you take advantage of the access? Just go up here and hit the man up and say, hey, can we, you know, we talk to the #1 prospect in the world. Come on, man. Ain't too many fighters out there more entertaining than Jahi Tucker, man. Come on, be real with yourself. Be real with yourself now. Be real with yourself. You know, check out the brand. Check out what Shaw News got going on, you know, outside of this YTC. A lot of people, they feel like I don't have nothing to do because, look, he's doing the same thing they doing. He's talking shit, they talking shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, oh, I ain't want to talk. I mean, if somebody ain't bragging on themselves, who's going to brag on them? They got to go up here and brag on themselves now. I see a lot of you, that's what Sauce would say, taking the sauce, right? Y'all see it, but you don't want to get credit for it. Some of you dudes been on here way longer than him, and he's doing more bigger things behind the scene than y'all that contributes to boxing. Going to the amateur tournaments, going to the boxing matches, doing media coverage. You know what I'm saying? Got his family involved, got the team, you know, on part of the team, got Jamali Tucker in his shoot, covering his amateur rise, 4-time national champion. I mean, that's a special team that they got going on over there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's special, dog. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you, man. A lot of you cats are looking at it like, I don't want to talk to the boxer because he's attached to so-and-so. So this is how I'm going to nip that in the bud. I'm going to debunk that. A lot of you cats will speak on a fighter's name if they're more popular, and you never speak to their trainer. You feel me? You never speak to their manager. You all want all these big name fighters on your platform to talk to. You never speak to their manager. You never speak to their trainer. So don't make it seem like it's about a content creator when you don't even freaking speak to the fighters that you have on. You don't speak to their manager. You don't do it. It's no need. We're going to clear that out right now. Debunk all of that. You don't speak to their manager, nor do you speak to their trainers like that. So this is the same situation. You don't have to, you're not interviewing a team member, but you can make liaison with a team member. You can reach out. You can ask to interview them because more exposure is good. You know, more media coverage is good. Good media coverage. You know, and look, check this out. It's not like he's not doing his own thing. He's not getting more media coverage. I'm pretty sure y'all saw this, right? You know, in NYC, the man is on the billboard. They got all his, you know, some of his highlight clips in there, them frames. That's big time right there. That's big time. He's only 21 years old, man. That's crazy. You know how y'all looking at David Benavidez, y'all keep thinking like he's older than what he is? Like people are really talking. Like, come on, David Benavidez was the youngest. Y'all remember when he won his championship? Come on, man. Dude was super young. Remember when Mike Tyson won the heavyweight championship? Super young. It's not how you start. It's what you do while you're on the run. You know, while you climbing that ladder. You know, while you're on the journey. You know, reach out to the team, man. You know what I'm saying? They call DMs, direct messaging. You know what I'm saying? Jahi is going to do big things like he's always done. From the highlights to the city lights. That's where he at right now. You know, one of the primary players in that is, you know, the News by Shaw News. One of the hottest out here right now, doing it behind the scenes, putting stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him, man. You know, I always tell him I'm happy for what he got going on. But all I'm doing, I'm putting it out there for you all and asking you, what do Jahi has to do with the way you feel about a content creator? None of you niggas own YouTube. You don't own the platform, period. All right? I'm just putting it out there for you. You don't own the platform. You can sit up here and buy your views and subs. Who cares? Don't nobody care if you have 500. Don't nobody care if you have 1,000, 15, 2,000. Don't nobody care. That's temporary. That's like popping a freaking Tic Tac in your mouth and it dissolves and go away. It's temporary, bro. Yeah, you can sit up here and brag about, oh man, I got these. It does nothing to your reality. Your reality still as it is. Whatever you got going on in your reality. But unfortunately, some of you cats are just taking YouTube and saying this is the dictation in life. You coming out, you learning how to scam. You know what I'm saying? You're learning how to plot and plan and scheme against other channels. You want to be provocators, but then become victims. We got grown men doing this stuff now. We got grown men going through these actions. They'll talk about somebody snitching all the time, and they're the snitches. The main ones you hear out here talking about, they're snitching on you. They're up here reporting channels. They're trying their best to get you demonetized. They're trying to get your channel taken. And then get behind the scenes on these private chats and laugh it off. I'm telling you, man. So all I'm saying is get with Team Tucker, man. He's a special fighter, man, aka Electric Boogie. Start supporting the team. You don't have to. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Just like Shaw News said, you have options. You know what I'm saying? You have options to support now. Why he's headed there June. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that back up there. June 8th, he's heading up his 13th professional fight. Judgment Day, AK, the flagship of promotions, Top Rank, is on deck, live on ESPN Plus at MSG. at MSG is going down. Y'all may not stay on deck and listen to me now. It's all good. It's all good now. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I come in peace. You know what I'm saying? I come in peace. All I'm doing is keeping it 100% authentic. You know what I'm saying? I support Team Tucker all day. You know what I'm saying? I support them all day. It's like that. But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, the ones who's trying to, act like they don't want to rock out with him for whatever reason, he's still doing his own thing. And remember what I said, the fighters that y'all have on y'all channel, y'all not speaking to their managers and trainers like that. Every fighter that you have on the channel. So, exclude the pettiness when it comes to Tucker, because he's getting it in anyway. I'm just saying, be a part of the greatness that's before you. He hasn't fully blossomed yet, but he's en route, he's in flight. And shout out to Team Tucker, man. Continue to do y'all thing. Real talk. I'm proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy y'all got, other ventures going on, steadily trying to build his brand. He's getting the interviews out there. He got them pictures out there. That's what I'm talking about, bro. And make sure you pick up one of these caps, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it for a good friend of mine. That's all. I'm just putting it out there. He didn't ask me to do it. But some of you casters out there that's looking cheesy, you're looking cheesy with what you're trying to do with, stuff you used to do way back in high school. You know what I'm saying? When the football team used to sell oranges and they went and they grabbed some t-shirts. Hey, put these letters on there and put a guy running with the football. It got to be better than that, man. It got to be better than that. That's all I'm saying. The creativity has to be better than that. That's all I'm saying. Has to be better than that. Shout out to the Oracle himself, Trick Noty in the building. W says, what up? I met a girl with 4 kids at the store. I stepped to her in my Dewey Cooper voice. I don't want to smash. I just want that food stamp card. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trick Noty with $5 on the Tree of Life. I appreciate you, big dog, for always supporting the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? You do voiceovers real good, man. Your imitations be spot on, for real. And shout out to Trick Noty, man. He be behind the scenes, once again talking to these vets, these fighters. And it's some of the channels that you see that has the old fighters on there. It's cause of Trick, man. Hit that man on the Cash App, man. You know what I'm saying? He's the Oracle. He's the one that's reaching back. He's reaching back in time, man, getting these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, brother. Keep doing your thing. Thanks for the $5 super chat on the Tree of Life, man. Appreciate you. Now, let me get to this part, right? As I went over with you all the other day, right? Before a lot of channels had even reported on it, I brought to you the process that has taken place with Team Haney filing paperwork. Y'all remember the other live that I did, right? I kind of blended in. I didn't do it by itself. I was really, I really don't get into talking about the same stuff over and over again. Unless it's Team Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Or Jahi Tucker, Deontay Wilder. But I don't know what it is, but Team Haney has basically filed a motion. You know what I'm saying? And they filed a motion for disqualification. And they want the disqualification to basically reflect a win for Devin Haney. They're going off the Lucian Boutte and Badu Jack. I get it. That's what those cases are about. I don't know how it's going to work out for them, but I can't blame them for referencing or citing an older case. Like I said before, he said let me go back to Pat English. Pat English is Haney's attorney. They say there's a blemish on Mr. Haney's record. English wrote in a letter he was placed in an unsafe fight under New York State Athletic Commission jurisdiction. The bout was made a mockery, and in addition to pad use and prohibited use of IV after the bout. Mr. Garcia admitted that missing weight was a tactic to give him an unfair advantage. They say prohibited use of IVs after the bout. Mr. Garcia admitted that missing the weight. So they want to punish him for admitting missing the weight, that no matter if he did it purposely or not, Team Haney shook hands on it. Now, am I going against the grain to say they shouldn't submit paperwork? They should just take it on the chin like they did, 3 knockdowns in the fight, and keep it moving? I can't say that because, deep down in my heart of hearts, if you have legal options and avenues you can take in this particular case where it seems like Ryan Garcia was rubbing it. I'm talking about he was really, really braggadocious about going against what was the agreement. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, he was bragging about purposely coming in 3 pounds overweight, and said that they hired some special guy to make sure he come in at 3 point some weight, knowing that the fight was a main event and it wouldn't be canceled. It was some thought process going into this chess move. This was a chess move, y'all. And it worked out perfectly for Team Garcia. Not only that, after the fight, the test came back dirty. Now, somehow, some way, Nandrolone, the most serious of the both, even though they're both are banned substance, it was cleared. Now we're waiting until May 22nd, supposedly, to find out what's next. Now, in the meantime, like I said, Haney's attorney, Pat English, has filed a motion. How far that motion is going to go, who knows? Who knows? I'm looking at it like I'm reading, and people are going, you have people from both sides, but they're making it seem like Haney's being a poor sport about it. I'm not a heavy Devin Haney fan, but once again, you know how I use the blades. I try to cut it right down the middle, real talk. I go off my integrity and not that of others. Why wouldn't he? If he feels that there's a reason, a valid, legitimate reason to file a motion due to cheating circumstances, why wouldn't you do it? Come on, man. I mean, look, I got to give it as much as I've criticized Ryan Garcia. He has not hidden his freaking face. He ain't been just hiding out in the house. He's been out. He's been talking. And look, even in the wake of this test pending May 22nd, Ryan Garcia is still out here talking. He's taking this as a joke. He don't care. Now, if I was in Haney's situation and I lost the way I did, of course I'm filing paperwork. I have a legitimate reason to it. What's with all these people? Just like I just mentioned about the YTC. These little raccoons, you know what I'm saying? These varmints that sitting up here making all this noise in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? And they turn on the lights. They all in your trash can. And you go pick up the lid and smack the shit out of them. They sit there with their belly to the sky, calling animal control. He abused me. I was minding my own business. He's abused me. He's abused me. I know I'm a raccoon, but goddamn it, man, get out of here. Kick rocks. I'm just saying, it's many ways that people are going to look at this. But just the way he lost, people saying the pads do not give you technique. They don't enhance your technique. So they're looking at the way Haney lost. They wasn't prepared for what they got from Ryan Garcia. But when you get banned substances included into the quarry, it changes up everything. They're trying to make it seem like he don't have a reason for doing this. But you're talking about a loss, vice or no loss. Why not go ham? Why not file the paperwork? You got the money to. File the freaking paperwork, man. I know some people that personally don't like Haney, but at the end of the day, you're basically trying to say you're condoning Ryan Garcia for cheating. And you're trying to say that it doesn't enhance skill set. Devin Haney was beat fair and square when it comes to his boxing skill set for skill set. Styles make fights. You say Garcia won. I get it. But then through history, it's been fighters that pop dirty, and there's repercussions and consequences. This is no different. Garcia, arrogant as he is, entitled, people still want to side with Garcia, all because they was hoping Haney lose. You know what I'm saying? They was hoping that Haney lose. But at the end of the day, if the man is dirty, you have the right to file paperwork and attempt to get that resolution to consummate the results that happened April 20th. And that is Haney taking the L on his recorded boxing ledger. And now his attorney wants that to be overturned to him actually getting the win. And they're citing a previous fight back in, I think, 2016 with Lucien Boutte and Badu Jack. What's wrong with that? Nothing. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, on the other hand, them taking this long, May 22nd, to come back for this test, in my opinion, benefits Garcia, man. Because if it was cut and dry, and all this stuff Victor Conte coming out with, you know what I'm saying? Are you a part of the police task force, man? Or the boxing police task force? Which one are you a part of? Because why do we need the B sample to come back May 22nd if Victor Conte is out here on X transmitting all this information? He was dismounted over the way. He was this, he was that. He had an IV. He's putting, I mean, come on now. What is this, man? What is your position in all of this? Because it just seems like you're filtering all this information out there to basically prove Ryan Garcia guilty without a trial. The trial is right now. They're trying to basically determine if his B sample is dirty. Victor Conte is going out here trying his best to defame every positive point that Garcia may have. He's trying to basically dilute that with whatever findings that he believes he has. It must feel good, you know, being able to do what you did, you know, ruin the careers of so many athletes, you know what I'm saying? And now to come back and you're trying to do the same to other athletes. You know what I'm saying? Before, you was willingly knowing that you was that type of person that was not abiding by the integrity of the policies that they had in place for banned substance. You was even coming up with shortcuts. You was coming up with a way to circumvent what they had set up over there. You knew a way to be able to provide those athletes with pairs without being detected. And now you up here acting like you Andy Griffin, and you want to go tell everybody like it's the new modern day CSI. Yeah. He was seen with an illegal IV. He did Ostarine. He was tested 60 times more high. Man, you just out here looking bad, man. That's like you acting like a real snitch now. Like what happens to the fighters that sign up for Snack? Do they have more of a loyalty bond with you that you won't snitch on them why they sign to you? And once they leave and they pop, you're going to go back. You know what? I vaguely remember when so-and-so was with Snack. I walked in the room. He was drinking out of this bottle that I didn't know what it was. I mean, I'm just saying. Why is Victor Conte so involved in this shit? Why? You know? But I definitely wanted to touch bases on, you know, me reading what people are saying and talking about he's snitching. I'm like, huh? He's filing paperwork to have what's wrong with this paperwork? Like, It's a lot more people on here file paperwork all the time. Just ask them. They're gonna tell you no, but they're character pushers, man. They know them home keys out. They love enter. Ooh, they love it. Enter for them, they remove the ER. It's called entertainment. So it's nothing different with Devin freaking filing paperwork for a legitimate night out where his opponent violated the rules and policies. Yeah. Get your attorney. You know what I'm saying? Get your attorney to file paperwork on that ass, man. Yeah, sure. Ryan Garcia, just because, people are enamored with his freaking pretty boy persona, he don't get a pass. If he was up here guilty, he guilty. Period. Lastly, I want to talk about the bronze bomber himself, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder set back into the ring June 1st. The bronze bomber, Hall of Famer, the legend himself. He set to step back in the square, and he's been doing mad, promos, putting vids out there. He was driving down the street in a classic. You know what I'm saying? He's doing him. He's set to step back in there against Zhang, which is a fight that he said he has his renewed hunger. Turk Al-Sheikh said, I want to see the killer. I want to see the Deontay Wilder that was on the Breakfast Club saying, hey, the bronze bomber trying to catch a body. And people just lost their mind. Oh, my God, he's a murderer. Ban him from the sport. Oh, my God, despicable. I mean, I remember when that day happened back in the day. But right now, he has an opportunity to potentially, get on a big fight card, one of the biggest fight cards of the last 10 years. He goes in here and knocks Zhang spark out. Zhang is 40 years old. People keep talking about how old Wilder is. Zhang is 40 freaking years old. And he has a head the size of 2 carry-on suitcases, man. All we need for the bronze bomber is to check that baggage. That's it. Bing, bong. That's it. Your baggage has been checked. Thank you. That's all. We need him to go in there and get this over. Look, minimal damage. Go in here and spark out Zhang so we can kind of get 2 brothers in there. We got Jared Anderson up and coming. It's going to be wild. Look how I'm about to spread this on you now. I'm about to lay that silk blanket, if it's even a thing. Check this out now. Deontay Wilder goes in here and beats Zhang and set up a fight between him and Jared Anderson, who needs it. Jared Anderson needs this, just to wipe away all the, the tread, so to speak, the negative tread that's been burning out in the media. He needs a fight with Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? One of the legends of this era, man. Jared Anderson need a fight like that. He needs this fight. Now, the good part about it is that for Deontay Wilder, he goes in here and gets this victory. Possibly, potentially, Turk Al-Sheikh wants to put on Deontay Wilder versus Jared Anderson August 3rd in an already stacked superstar card. He wants to add Jared Anderson onto that fight card. Not only that, y'all, check this out. I think this will be the first time that Jarrell Big Baby Miller and Jerry the Real Big Baby Anderson has been on the same card, if it works out that way. I'm serious. And then I'm just playing Scrabble right quick. I've mentioned this maybe 2 or 3 times in the past, that those 2 guys right there, Jarrell Miller and Jared Anderson, they need to settle the score. But I think if Deontay Wilder and Jared Anderson is placed on the same card. I I mean, I think that'll be the first time him and Jarrell Miller's been on the same card on fight week together. Because Jared said he's the real big baby. And Jarrell Miller, that's been his alias from the inception. So I'm looking forward to Zhang going in here the 1st of June, see how that plays out for him. When I say play out for him, whether it goes the distance or it's a knockout. But I got Deontay Wilder winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? I got him cracking that coconut open, and moving on to a quick turnaround with August 3rd. A lot of you that speak about the Joseph Parker fight, yes, he lost against Joseph Parker. But let's talk about some things. Deontay Wilder's been on the canvas against the best that's about to step in there for undisputed. Joseph Parker didn't knock Deontay Wilder down. He did win the fight handedly. Yes, he did. But for those of you all that are saying that he's chinny, Joseph Parker really landed some hard shots on him. He wasn't able to drop him. He went the distance. So therefore, it's going to make this fight even more interesting. It's going to make this fight even more interesting, y'all. Because we talking about Big Zhang going in there. 26 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 21 knockouts. His KO percentage is at 80.77%, y'all. He's a southpaw. He's a southpaw, man. And check this out. He lost to Joseph Parker. Zhang lost to Joseph Parker in March of 2024 this year. Majority decision. And Joseph Parker beat Wilder. So are we going to see one of those triangle, rectangle theories? You know what I'm saying? Not so much. Because if Joseph Parker went there and beat Wilder, you know what I'm saying? And he beat Zhang, and Parker was down in rounds 3 and 8, and Wilder didn't knock down Parker at all, what does that tell you? It leads to a very climactic moment because Zhang has earned knockdowns over Joseph Parker. But Joseph Parker didn't do that per se against Deontay Wilder. He won the fight, but he didn't knock him down. Zhang knocked down Parker, who couldn't knock down Wilder. Would Zhang be able to do the same to Wilder? That's the big question, y'all. Then you look at Joe Joyce. He stopped Joe Joyce in round 3. That's in the rematch. Then he stopped Joe Joyce in round 6 in the first. He stopped Joe Joyce twice. Then he lost to Philippe Herkovic via UD. You know when he fought. He beat Craig Lewis. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a good fight, man. This is going to be a good fight. Zhang is 41 years of age right now, y'all. And if you go on BoxRec, right quick. Look at his freaking BoxRec picture. Look at his BoxRec picture. The space that he has between the edges of the top of his head and the sides of his head, space is being suffocated. That's all you got to do. Look over there in this BoxRec picture. Space is being suffocated, man. Somebody might want to get a breathing apparatus or some type of asthma pills because the space of that little square where Zhang head is at, it's struggling. Somebody need to put an inhaler up there. Put about 2 or 3 inhalers around that square. I mean, Deontay Wilder has a huge target to land that right hand on. Real talk. That cranial cap, it doesn't get any larger than this, man. This is like, Zhang has a head like a rugby ball. For real. For real, man. If Zhang was out there on a freaking glacier and a polar bear was coming towards him, and he's like, oh man, It's just ice all around me. All he had to do is just jump up and go head first. He'll break through the ice. I mean, shoot. As long as he know how to swim, he'll be good. Come up on the other side. Hey, man. I'm just saying, Deontay has a huge target to land that right hand. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to the Bronze Bomber. Big Turk say, hey, I want to see the old, tenacious, vicious, malicious knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? The Bronze Bomber. Shout out to Jones on deck, man. Devin told me everything when he didn't want the rematch. Pulling this one is kind of bratty on Dev's part. Rematch or take the L. It's been 3 weeks to sit on it. Let's go. Let it go, Dev. Let it go. See, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm going to be honest with you, Jones. I am not in agreement with what you just said. You know why I'm not in agreement? Because you called Devin bratty? Then just sit with me for a minute now. So you're saying after everything we witnessed with Garcia, you have room, oxygen, wherewithal, instinct. You have the cognitive skills to call Devin bratty after what you witnessed Ryan Lion Garcia do? Is that what I'm hearing? Bratty? Man, you trolling. I'm just going to take that as a troll post right there. You're telling Devin to let it go after everything this man has done, saying what he's seen and what they did to him. You know what I'm saying? Playing with the people, saying he smoked and drank. No. Y'all don't like this move. Just take the no contact. Oh my God. But Ryan trolling will take you there. So Jessica has also concurred, agreed with Jones. And I know these two people to be of black ancestry. What I'm not understanding is that why so harsh? Just take the no contest. Who does that? That's in, just take the no contest. You look, you got to fill out the paperwork on what you're shooting for, and then whatever they give you is going to be below that. So you shoot for the stars, right? That's what they say, right? So you basically go for it to be overturned and get the win. But if they don't give him the win, they can get a no contest based off whatever the findings are. Y'all be good. Just had to pull up on WCS and chat, fam, real quick. Y'all be blessed. I'm gone. Salute to you, Jones, for pulling up as always, brother. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, brother. Yes, court of public opinion. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I knew when I brought out this legend, Deontay Wilder, I knew for a fact the debris that was falling down outside on these Georgia roads, I knew there had to be somebody on the highway reckless driving. And sure enough, Gumbo pulls up to the chat wait station. I knew when I brought out Wilder's name that he would definitely come out of hiding and throw that truck down in second and find a rest stop. Could he be so involved because Ryan came after him first? It's possible. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you get into all that, the storyline and the script, I can't really hold you on that. It's a lot as to the reason why they can do what they do. Why they doing what they doing. I mean, Ryan did everything he did. This is small. Like, Team Haney accepted the weight. They got paid for it. Now they come behind with paperwork to say he knowingly knew. But that's not going to fly in court. I'm just saying. It's not going to fly. You took money. You knew it. So after you took money to fight, you're going to say, well, so-and-so admitted that he purposely came in overweight. You're not going to get anything from it, though. You're not gonna get anything. That should be inadmissible. Period. Should be inadmissible. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease. Salute to you, brother. Pulling up on deck in the building. Here we go with the bronze bomber. Yeah, let me remove your comments so you can see preparation is key. That's what he said in the recent training video. Preparation is key. You know what I'm saying? And I framed this still right here just because he's looking down on his haters. He's looking down and letting them know preparation is key, and he's going to be prepared. He's going to be prepared, period. Period. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Point blank, period. He's going to be prepared. He said, I got 3 against Wilder. For who? For what fight? Zhang? You talking about for Zhang? Against Zhang, brother? They're trying to make him a gatekeeper. How they trying to make Wilder a gatekeeper? Y'all not saying that about Joshua? Come on, Miller. Salute to Miller pulling up. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. How you gonna say they're trying to make him a gatekeeper? Zhang, look, Zhang has 2 losses, man. You know what I'm saying? Zhang has 2 losses. I don't see y'all talking about they trying to make him a gatekeeper. Anthony Joshua has multiple losses. I don't see y'all talking about they was trying to make him a gatekeeper. And he has those amount of losses, and he's younger than Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I see some hating going on. I see some hating going on. He was talking tough all the way up until after the fight. I feel you. I feel where you at with it. You know what I'm saying? But Brady, look, I think Brady deals with Ryan Garcia saying, I'm 25, 100 million. That's a lot for me to. No, that's Brady right there. Brady is, saying that you was in people's DMs and you up here, just getting wicked with, blessed and highly favored. I'm like, huh? How you say you blessed and highly favored when you sit up here and played with the general public about having mental health? That's Brady right there, Jones. That's a little brat just going out here doing bratty things. You know what I'm saying? He's doing bratty things, and you up here co-signing. You up here co-signing Garcia. I think I have some Devin Haney haters on deck. And I'm not feeling no type of way. I mean, that's how you feel. That's how you feel, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't look at him being a gatekeeper by fighting Anderson. I look at it as an opportunity for him to have a big fight, being he's on his way out the door. He get a win against Zhang. It's possible he can go in there and get a win against Jared Anderson. Either way, he's close to retirement. So you can't be a gatekeeper if you're basically on your way out for retirement. And you're not hanging around just taking these fights. And now you're on a 6-fight losing streak. You know what I'm saying? He came back and beat Hellenius. He had a hiatus and he fought a fighter in Joseph Parker that had, 3 fights? 3 fights? He was active. He should have been in better shape. Came in there and still couldn't drop Wilder. But I see what you're saying, though. Shout out to Christopher White in the building. Salute WCS on deck. I see you, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up as always, man. And we just over here. Hey, Gumbo, is that against Zhang, right? We just over here, talking about multiple topics, bro. I had to end it with the Bronze Bomber. Why? Because preparation is key. The Bronze Bomber is on his way back. I knew Gumbo would love this information. I knew he would love this news break. You know what I'm saying? This news is nothing like this news break, man. The SOS signal went out. The horns were screaming, PSA, PSA, PSA. The Bronze Bomber is fighting back in the ring July 1st. Ooh. In the kingdom of Riyadh. Come on, man. In the kingdom of Riyadh. Did y'all see this? You know what I'm saying? With John Fury. You know, that I talked about him headbutting a member of Team Usyk. That's what the gypsies do, man. They roll how they roll, man. And him headbutting the guy, that's what he wanted. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Bomb Squad, man. Said preparation is key. We getting back to it. Just can't wait to see that fight. I say he goes in there and basically relocates Zhang's left hemisphere, the part in his left hemisphere, because the right hand will be inbound and it will land on the left hemisphere, therefore fragmenting the left hemisphere, open it up, exposing it to all the bright lights in the arena and the oohs and ahs. You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, when the referees see that comes off, that left hemisphere, and break that cap open, he's going to call the fight. He's going to call it TKO. You know what I'm saying? He's going to call the TKO. It's going to be over. Deontay Wilder 3 times Bomb Squad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people act like they want to report me, you know what I'm saying, because the volume is very low. I got the volume low.
Bomb Squad! Bomb Squad! Bomb Squad!
That's the best clip on YouTube right there. That's my own content. That's the best clip out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Let it be known.
Bomb Squad!
That's for you, Gumbo. That's for Gumbo right there, y'all. That's for Gumbo.
Bomb Squad!
That's for Gumbo. That's for Gumbo right there, man. Chris said 3 times on the, you know, hit the switch 3 times, man. And let the public hear it. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all hold it down, man. Be back on a little later. I might. Till then, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, man. A-Side Official. Peace, I'm out.